Pain doesn't arise from the events in your life but from your opposition to them. To escape the relentless loop of emotional distress, you must first grasp a harsh reality. Suffering stems not from what happens but from your refusal to accept reality. Many people live their entire lives unaware of this, trapped in a cycle of inner conflict, endlessly replaying the same anguish, oblivious to the fact that they perpetuate their own misery. The renowned psychologist Carl Jung captured this idea succinctly: what you resist persists. This isn't just a catchy saying, it's a deep psychological and spiritual insight that can reshape your existence. Consider this: when life delivers a blow, losing a job, a relationship ending, betrayal, or a significant setback, your emotional response, like sadness, anger, or fear, is natural. But the true source of suffering isn't the event itself. It's the internal struggle, the mental voice declaring, "This shouldn't be happening. It's unfair. I can't handle this." That resistance turns fleeting pain into enduring torment. The human mind craves control, yearning for life to align with our desires for comfort, predictability, and stability. Yet life follows its own unpredictable flow. When it veers off course, our instinct is to push back, to deny reality with thoughts like, "This shouldn't have happened." In that moment of defiance, suffering takes root. Take a breakup, for instance. The initial heartache may linger for weeks or months, but the years of agony come from clinging to the past, replaying memories, and insisting things should have been different. The same applies to betrayal, failure, or rejection. The event itself doesn't shatter you, your refusal to let go does. So how do you break this cycle? The answer lies in a transformative principle: radical acceptance. This doesn't mean you endorse or enjoy what happened, nor does it imply giving up. It means ceasing the futile battle against reality, redirecting your energy from resistance to response. When you truly accept what is, the weight of suffering begins to lift, not because the pain vanishes, but because you stop fueling it. Imagine someone fired from their job. If they cling to anger and blame, they may remain stuck for years, carrying that resentment forward. But by accepting the loss and asking, "What can I do now?" they reclaim their agency, turning pain into a catalyst for growth. Jung emphasized integrating all experiences, even the painful ones, because accepted pain transforms into wisdom. A common mistake is believing your suffering is unique, that no one else could understand. Yet pain is universal. What distinguishes those who grow from those who stagnate is not the intensity of their pain but their relationship with it. Those who resist suffer, those who accept evolve. To heal, stop fighting life. Accept what you cannot change and focus on what you can. The startling truth is that most suffering comes not from the event but from how tightly you hold on to the pain. A breakup doesn't haunt you for years because of the loss alone, it's your refusal to release it. Betrayal doesn't trap you, your attachment to resentment does. When you let go of resistance, suffering weakens, and pain becomes a lesson, not a lifelong burden. Now, consider the unconscious mind's role in perpetuating suffering. Why do you repeat the same emotional patterns despite knowing better? Your unconscious is programmed to recreate familiar pain, not because you desire it, but because familiarity feels safe. Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." If your childhood taught you that love comes with pain or abandonment, your subconscious may seek relationships that mirror those experiences, not to hurt you but because they align with your emotional blueprint. To break this, you must first see the pattern. Ask yourself, what emotions dominate my life? Rejection, betrayal, fear. What situations do I repeatedly attract? What story do I tell myself about who I am? By answering honestly, you realize your suffering often originates within, projected onto the world. This awareness is the first step to freedom. You can't avoid all pain, but you can stop recycling it. The ego is another obstacle, thriving on conflict and victimhood. It convinces you your pain defines you, that others must change for you to heal. But the ego doesn't want healing, it feeds on drama, keeping you stuck in blame and resentment. Jung noted, the mind that creates the problem is not the same mind that can solve it. The ego, which fuels your suffering, cannot resolve it. To dismantle its power, recognize you are not your ego. Observe its voice without engaging, stop reinforcing painful stories, and respond with calm instead of reaction. As you do, the ego's grip weakens, and you awaken to your true self. Healing requires embracing pain, not fleeing it. Society teaches us to suppress emotions, don't cry, stay strong, but repressed pain festers, manifesting as anxiety, anger, or numbness. Jung said enlightenment comes from making the darkness conscious. To heal, face your pain without resistance. Feel it fully, without judgment. If you're sad, cry. If angry, sit with it. Observe where it lives in your body, a tight chest, a knotted stomach, and breathe through it. When you stop fighting, pain loses its hold. No emotion is permanent, every wave of suffering passes if you let it. Pain isn't your enemy, it's a teacher. The strongest people aren't those who avoid hardship but those who transform it. Jung's concept of the dark night of the soul describes moments of overwhelming pain as opportunities for rebirth. When you feel broken, ask, what is this teaching me? Shift from victim to alchemist, using pain to forge a wiser, stronger self. Reflect on your life, the struggles, not the joys, shaped you most. Pain dismantles illusions, forcing you to confront your shadows and choose growth over stagnation. Turn pain into power, reframe it as initiation, not punishment. Ask what each challenge teaches you. Transform your story into strength, like those who use rejection to build self-worth or betrayal to sharpen intuition. Let pain fuel your purpose, channel loss into meaning, unfairness into resilience. The most successful people don't evade pain, they harness it. As you learn from suffering, you become unshakable, no longer defined by what hurt you but by what you've overcome. Jung called this individuation, becoming your true self, free from external validation. You face a choice: let pain trap you in resentment or use it to ignite transformation. Pain only holds power if you resist it. Embrace it as your teacher, and you become the master of your destiny. If you're ready to break the cycle, declare your commitment to turning pain into power. The path to freedom begins with that decision.